Alrighty, so the February dev notes are out. They tend to put out dev notes once a month, so they normally talk about just different upcoming things or current things in the game or whatever has been kind of on the community's mind. So we'll see how things go. This is the first one, I think. No, I guess I want to say the January dev notes also had some stuff about True Awakening, but I know that True Awakening was kind of a big thing that was coming out that people were kind of frustrated with. So either way, kind of interested to see how this goes. Obviously, this is just going to be me kind of reading over it, giving thoughts and opinions, just kind of chatting with you guys while we read through this thing. So you don't necessarily need the video portion if you don't want to. You can throw it on in the background or whatever. I have Grand Cross farming gold, just chilling. It's a chill day. So either way, let's hop into this thing. So, greetings Knights, it's PD Koo from 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. In this dev note, we will provide updates on the upcoming new collaboration details, the development of new content, and the preparation of improvements. Now let's dive into the dev notes. Okay, so, collab updates. Through this dev note, we will simply introduce Tower of God collab and also discuss the preparations for other collaborations this year. Tower of God is a long-running Korean fantasy webtoon that has gained a lot of fame. It is also made into an animation and broadcasted globally, so it is a popular IP with high recognition and a lot of overseas fan base. Okay. In the meantime, the 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross has been updating new heroes and content by collaborating with various popular animations and game IPs 2 to 3 times a year. This year, we will introduce our first collaboration in 2024, starting with the webtoon Tower of God. It is a little bit early this year, because normally we don't get a collab until like April, so kind of odd that we're getting one at the beginning of February, but I don't know. As mentioned in our previous dev notes, the collaboration update will will be introduced to you after months of close consultation with the IP holder and thorough inspection of the original IP. Preparing in advance for the update, which involves exchanging feedback with the IP holder until just before, will require a significant amount of time. Okay. I mean, I guess they're just giving you a little bit of an insight into the back end, maybe? A lot of development has been put into it over a long period. However, by collab updates, different worldviews and characters can participate in the 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross as heroes and can meet the new boss and content. Many Knights eagerly anticipate and respond to collaborations, so we are preparing for it with joy and excitement. Starting as the Tower of God in 2024, we are scheduled to do various collaborations. We are preparing updates by pre-scheduling consultations with each IP holder and developing resources, so please look forward to and support our game. So, I don't know if that means that they've already got like a good thing going with the IP holders. They've already got things sort of scheduled out, and meaning that we're going to get some good IPs this year, or if that just means that they're sort of already prepped for them and everything should go smoothly. I'm not really sure what what them saying this actually is supposed to entail to us, the player, but hey, I guess, if they've already got everything, the ball rolling and everything on that, that's great, I guess. We'll see which collabs, I guess, we get this year. So, about the new Demonic Beast battle. So, it was leaked, I think a couple of days ago from 7DS Leaks. He said that the new boss is going to be Ratatasker, which is kind of interesting, and you can even see they're even announcing it right here that it's Ratatasker. Ratatasker's pretty small. He's like a squirrel, so that's kind of weird, but I guess it's cool. I wasn't really expecting them to do a 5th Demonic Beast, but they did announce in the last dev notes that they were going to be doing one, so I guess we already knew that, but I don't know. I know at some point they're wanting to do upgrades to Holy Relics. I don't know if that's going to be this, or if this is just going to be another form of regular Demonic Beast where we're just going to be building more Holy Relics with it. I have no idea, but kind of exciting, I guess. I mean, new Demonic Beasts can be really annoying, like for the first couple of months that they're out. Like only like the really high-level players who have, all the units and, everything like that sort of prepped and ready to go can sort of mess with them, to the all the way through to the 3rd floor. In the beginning, but it can be kind of annoying until at least like a unit comes out that sort of makes things better, but we'll see what they say. We want to deliver more specific details about the new Demonic Beast battle, which was introduced on our previous dev notes. The fifth demonic beast is Ratatasker, which lives in the Ragnarok's world tree. It resembles a squirrel and resides in the whole of the world tree. It is portrayed as a mischievous and disruptive creature that provokes controversy among other demonic beasts. In line with this, Ratatasker's setting, a new battle pattern is being developed with a different environmental gimmick than the previous one. Despite its small and cute appearance, it will display a powerful and ever-changing battle pattern. Okay, so, I mean, on paper, the gimmicks and stuff that they come up with for these like demonic beasts are really cool. I commend them for at least trying things, making things, you know, interesting for the most part. But sometimes, you know, the gimmicks can be a little overwhelming or just more annoying or tedious than you're maybe anticipating them to be. For example, like whenever the deer first came out, it was really annoying having to play around the color wheel. I don't think it's necessarily the worst thing in the world nowadays, but you know, if you're a little bit underleveled, you're not hitting damage caps and stuff like that whenever you fight the deer, you know, getting really bad RNG and not pulling, you know, a specific, you know, card for the color of character that you need can completely kill your run, and it's super annoying in that regard. So I mean, I'm all for gimmicks. I'm interested to see what they do with them. I just hope that it's not anything incredibly annoying or, you know, something that the player can actually, you know, work around maybe, because, you know, if it's all just RNG, which the game is built on a giant foundation of RNG, which, you know, means that it's probably going to be RNG, it's hard to control that, and it just makes the fights kind of annoying more than anything. But we'll see how it goes. If the fight's cool enough, maybe I'll just disregard that and I'll deal with the gimmick, even if it is, you know, kind of cool. Whatever. New holy relic materials will also be added for the crafting new holy relics, in addition to the introduction of a new demonic beast. Okay, so I'm assuming that just means that they're going to have like the sources and the little stones or whatever, like all of the other demonic beasts have, but I guess that's kind of a given, unless they're talking about something like brand new, where there's like a new kind of cube or something. I don't know. Not 100% sure on that. I assume they're just talking about sources and stones. New demonic beast battle Ratatasker is currently testing battle patterns and balancing the difficulty, and we aim to update it during March/April. Okay, so that's not too far away. It's like, you know, a month or two away. I'm kind of interested, you know. I mean, new demonic beasts, at least it'll be some sort of like new content to kind of mess around with. Currently, at the moment, like, I feel like a lot of people, if you've been able to do at least like some decent progress on demonic beasts, you've probably realized that they don't release new holy relics nearly as often as they should. So a lot of people are just caught up, have no reason to mess around with demonic beasts. I know that when Monday comes around most of the time now, I used to be like, all right, gotta really knock out Nidhogg today, so that way I can make sure that I can build a relic in 2 weeks, or like whatever the case may be. But that has not really been the case anymore. You know, I'm really glad, for one, that they've been slowly releasing, like they'll normally do like one Nidhogg relic, maybe one older demonic beast relic more recently, which is nice. Like we got Gloxinia's relic on dogs recently. I think Hawks was also on dogs as well. So they've been slowly kind of trickling out holy relics on like the older, you know, areas, which is good, because those are farmable. You don't have to worry about like getting locked down to doing that once a week for rewards. But when it comes down to it, they're really only adding holy relics pretty much during festivals, and we only get those like every couple of months, which means that if you're doing this every 2 weeks, you're sitting on a pile of, you know, holy relic materials that you can't use because there's no relics to make. So you know, at a certain point you just get caught up and there's nothing to do with them. So I don't know if that means that they're going to ramp up production for the new demonic beast battle, but normally, I guess, whenever they come out with a new one, they release like several holy relics at one time to give people something to sort of work towards. But we'll see how that goes, I guess. Also interested to see how the progression of the game sort of ends up changing, because we should be getting, I hope, Chaos Arthur for the next festival, and then after that, we might be pushing into the 4 Nights content, which is interesting because you know, that's supposed to be like a really big change. So either way, Improvement for growth material acquisition. This was always a doozy. A month passed after adding the new high rank growth factor True Awakening system and starting grade UR hero through the New Year's update. Many Knights welcomed the launch of a higher tier or higher level concept hero, starting with the introduction of the starting grade UR heroes. They expressed positive opinions about having a new growth goal owing to the I assume that's growing to the addition of advanced UR heroes and related growth linked content. I'll be honest, I don't know that the reception was all that positive. I mean, I don't know. It could have just been like the vocal minority that was, speaking up and saying like, "Hey, this sucks." But I feel like a lot of things with the UR is just kind of like lackluster. Like it's not necessarily like needed to be a new rarity or whatever. Like the fact that it's all UR pendants to upgrade these characters are a bit excessive. You don't even get the SSR costume for whatever reason. Honestly, the costume that you get from leveling up the character's affinity should already be UR level. There's a couple of like weird factors that should be sort of like upgraded if you're going to make this new exclusive rarity character. Whereas like I feel like if they would have just released him as like a regular festival character, they probably would have given him the same stats. I don't think the stats are necessarily like supposed to be locked behind the UR rarity or anything like that. He's just like a festival level character that is just a new rarity for the sake of who knows why. So we already don't really have a whole lot of use with the light and dark coins that we have for festival characters, like the newer festivals. So now we have to worry about a UR coin. I don't know. It's just, it felt super rushed maybe. Like there's not actually that much like cool things coming along with it other than you just now have to spend a lot more on a character, which is a bit disappointing really. However, many Knights say that they feel difficulties and burdens in the supply and demand of growth materials due to the addition of the starting grade UR hero and True Awakening. The index analysis has confirmed that major growth materials stock has significantly decreased and is now insufficient. Okay, thank you, analyst. Many voices are appealing about the insufficiency of the Super Awakening coins and Evolution Pendant, especially as the True Awakening update are updated. Additional avenues for obtaining legendary seals were also demanded. We are currently undergoing improvements to reorganize and simplify our aging content. In this process, we aim to upwards the quantity of obtainable growth materials while configuring a source for acquiring additional key growth materials. Honestly, with this, like it's been needed for quite a while at this point. They really just need to like overhaul Fort Solgris. And I know that's not going to like completely like fix the problem here, but if they make it to where you're guaranteed to drop a box on stage 1 of the Super Awakening coin dungeons, that way you're not having to reset on the first stage if you don't drop a box, that is incredibly infuriating to me. I wish that they would just make it to where it's guaranteed. That way you could just auto it. Or if you wanted to, at that point you could actually reset for higher rarity boxes instead of just being like, I don't want to reset, I got a bronze box, I could go 17 runs in a row without getting a box at all, and then because it's timed, I could end up missing out on runs. Like that part of the Super Awakening coin dungeon is incredibly lackluster to me. It's infuriating. Pendants, on the other hand, the Sarah Spire, like the one that you need the green keys for, the limited one, honestly, they just need to update all of the Fort Solgris stages to account for the top rarity item at this point. Like have it to where when you fill the gauge up, you get a UR pendant now. Increase the rate of SSR pendants as the drop rate or something like that. Like the XP pot stages or whatever. When you fill the bar up, you get a 5-star, whereas you should get a 6-star XP pot. Like there's just, for whatever reason, you don't get the highest rarity of things whenever you max out the gauges and stuff on those. So it kind of like, it makes farming like a little bit not as rewarding, considering how far into the game we are. We're almost at the 4-year anniversary, for global, and they've already passed the 4-year anniversary for JP and everything. So I mean, the game's been out for a long time, and the rewards for Fort Solgris have been the same the entire time. So I mean, there might have been a couple of tweaks here and there, but for the most part, they should just up some values, increase the rarity of the rewards that you're getting, because they're not even on par with the highest rarity. And hopefully, as that sort of balances out and you're running those stages and stuff like that, it should potentially give you the better stuff, and it should hopefully even things out. I hope. But I don't know. There's a lot of characters and stuff in the game, of course. There's a lot of things to work on. But at a certain point, you know, if you play the game long enough, you're going to get caught up. Like, I'm slowly getting to the point where I've almost maxed out my box. But I know for a lot of players, or like specifically free-to-play players and stuff like that, you know, you're not able to, you know, progress nearly as fast as if you were spending money on the game, which I think that's kind of their goal. Like, they want the grind to take a long time, even though, like, it feels kind of crappy as a player to not really see the progression all that fast and everything. But you know, at the end of the day, like, once I get caught up, like, I'm not gonna have nearly as much stuff to work on, and I'm gonna be a little bit less interested maybe. But you know, it'll feel great whenever I max out the box, I guess. I'll be bored. I'll be honest. Like, I think the grinding of the account and the growing of it is kind of like one of the big appealing factors to the game for me specifically. So once I'm done with it, you know, and I'm just hoarding materials for, like, whenever a new character drops instead of fixing stuff that's already in my box, it might not be as exciting. But maybe a personal opinion on that one, a little bit of a biased thing maybe, but either way, let's finish this thing up. So, however, improvement of acquisition source through the addition of or improvement of contents is hard to apply quickly. First, to address the current insufficiency, we will adjust the quantity of growth materials through regular events. So I'm assuming this just means that they're going to up the amount that they're going to have in event exchange shops, which that's fine and all. I don't know. Some of the events and stuff can be really annoying to farm, but I guess if you really want that stuff, you're going to feel forced to farm for it. Anyway, so I always still farm for all of the stuff in most of the exchange shops, unless it's something like really trivial, like whatever. I don't know. I can't give a decent example right now, but most of the time I do actually clear out the exchange shops and everything. About legendary seals utilized for LR evolution and true awakening. We will add event acquisition locations and increase the certain amount of quantity that can be acquired on the underground labyrinth. Okay. So, I mean, with the last labyrinth that we got, they upped it to 50 LR seals that you could get, which was pretty good, I would say. I don't know if that means that they're going to try to increase it again. Whereas, like, for example, like with the Heroes Arena season, you can get 100. I don't know if they're making it to where you could get 100 from Labyrinth, and then because you're using it for more than LRing characters at this point, you would be in a decent position to actually be able to sort of true awaken your characters and stuff like that a little bit more. But really, it's not necessarily the LR seal bottleneck for me. It would be SA coins. Like, I don't really want to spend 12 SA coins for one True Awakening coin, which means that I'm going to have to buy 2 more for 36 coins total, just to have the 3 that I need to upgrade one character. Like, that's quite a bit of investment. And Super Awakening coins, like, although, yeah, you get them pretty regularly, like, until I'm done messing with my box, because I think that Super Awakening is a much more, like, it's a much bigger jump for the character than LR, or like the True Awakening is. I don't think it's worth it for me to waste Super Awakening coins right now on characters that I don't know, like 10% damage reduction is fine, I guess, and 1000 CC is cool also, but compared to me getting like a big stat boost and stuff, which is going to equate to just good CC and stuff for the box overall, and I don't know, I just want to see the characters that I have in my box be maxed out, I guess. That's probably the biggest thing. That's really my priority. So I don't really think that True Awakening is all that cool at the moment. So maybe if they do improve the amount of LR seals that you get and, the Super Awakening coins that we're getting, it'll even out altogether. But I guess we'll have to see. We will continue to support and improve in various forms to alleviate the burden and difficulties experienced by knights due to the addition of the new growth factors. So we ask for your active opinion and a broad understanding of the knights. We delivered collaboration, preparation, and progress of development for new content through this dev note. The next dev note will be about global annual events, so anniversary, and various development news. Okay, development news is interesting. I wonder if they'll talk about Origins at all. Maybe. We would like to thank you for your constant love and support, and we promise to continue providing you with the best gaming experience for the Grand Cross, or for Grand Cross. Sending you the best regards from the dev team. So, I think overall pretty decent. I mean, we already knew that the collab was coming. We're always kind of like a little bit ahead because I feel like anytime they drop something big on JP, it's already out by the time the dev notes come out. So we've already seen it really as global players. If you're, active in the community and everything, you're not just kind of just playing the game casually or whatever. But the new Demonic Beast battle stuff is kind of interesting. I feel like all they really did was just give us the name of the boss. Because, I mean, we could have probably guessed that there was going to be some sort of new battle mechanic and everything to it, so I feel like we actually didn't get a whole lot as far as the Demonic Beast stuff goes, but I don't know, hopefully with the changes that they're going to make to growth factors and stuff, so like Super Awakening Coin acquisition and SSR pendants and stuff like that, hopefully that will increase. Maybe we'll, it said that they're trying to work on old content, like bringing it up to date, so I do hope that some of the stuff that we already have in the game gets kind of overhauled. But, it would be much needed considering how old some of this stuff is. But either way, that's pretty much it from me. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this thing if you have any. Yeah, I don't know. Get to farming and everything. Get your preparations in order so that way you can get your collab characters and power them up and such. But, yeah, that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Feel free to subscribe. See you later.